Hello, my name is Jeff Hughes and I have a video for you today during which I'm going to give you very strong reasons, using video evidence, of why the ticket that I was issued is not valid, and in many cases won't be valid for many other people. So please take a look at what you see carefully, and thank you very much for bearing with me as I make an amateur video as a motorist of what I think to be an unfair charge. So welcome to my journey. We're going to go on a little trip, and please keep an eye on the signs. So here we are driving along the A4. You can see the buildings that lead up to Barons Court on your right. We've got the big Talgoth Road signs and the big wall on your left. Look out for the pedestrians. And as we approach this junction, you're going to see the big overhead lights, and then we're going to turn left. Okay, so what I'm looking to show you in the video that I'm making is I want to contradict the council's evidence that the signs are easy to see, because I believe that if I can't see them properly, then it's not fair to give me a PCN, which makes the PCN invalid. So what I'm asking you to look for is the signs, how many signs you can see, I guess, in between this junction where I've just re-arrived for, say, the 101st time to do a U-turn that I've done legally before many times. And we're looking to show that the council have done a good enough job of making it clear that the rules of this game have changed and you're no longer allowed to. So I can see a no right turn sign here, but that's not what we're looking for. So I'm turning left. Watch out for pedestrians on Glidden Road. Now there's a car. Okay, so now look at that. There is a no U-turn sign. Now I haven't seen that one before, but you can see it now. I will come back and we'll see if that's visible all the time. Now as we approach the driveway that I would normally have turned right into, you can see it there. Right, so we're now at the driveway. There's a no U-turn sign ahead of it, which would mean, if you hadn't seen any before, that from this point on, you're not allowed to do a U-turn. But where we were before that, that's not covered by that sign, that's after. So I think we're okay. I'm going to get out of the car now, and I'm going to show you that you can't always see that first sign, and there's only one of them. So if you miss it, there's no way that you could have known not to do a U-turn. So I'm just going to park up here, and we'll go and get the same angle for you. Okay. There are two ways, I think, of telling people that rules have changed in a game. And one is by announcing the big change and saying, guys, it used to be okay to do this. Unfortunately, it's not cool for local residents. I'm sure you all understand, but please don't do this from now on. And you do that with a big sign that says, rules have changed up ahead. Those of you turning left from the A4 onto Glidden Road, beware, don't do your usual U-turn because you're not allowed to anymore and you'll get a fine. And the other way that you can do it is you can have a small, very difficult to see sign when you're looking. So we're now at the busy corner of the A4 and Glidden Road, and you can see that as you turn, many lorries can come along and block your view. So I'm not even in the middle of the road, but I'm at driver's height level, give or take, and as I look round you can see that that sign is only visible between those two lorries. Now if you've got two in a row, I don't know exactly who was here on the day I came by, but I did not see that sign. But you can see that it gets blocked for considerable periods of time. It gets obscured. So what we're showing is that sign is obscured whenever a van goes by, and there's loads of vans on this road. That you've only got in the region of a split second, maybe a second at the outside, to see that sign if it's not being obscured by a van or a bus or a truck, and if there aren't lots of pedestrians around who are more important to look at. So my assessment of what we've learned today on my trip, and thank you very much for coming with me, is that as you turn left into Glidden Road from the main A4 Talgoth Road, there are very likely to be a number of lorries, because it's a very busy road, that Glidden Road, all coming out, and it's a very high chance in my favour that there's a lorry on the day I was there blocking that sign. There is only one sign that you can see when there isn't a lorry in the way, and it's the one we were looking at. So, to me, there's a very high probability that there's a lorry in the way, because I didn't see it. I filmed lorries being in the way today, and they completely obstruct it, not just slightly block, but completely block it, and you can only see it once they move. So all you have to do is have a lorry or a big van, a high-sided van, waiting at the red light right there, behind a car, or maybe behind another van, and as you're turning, they still haven't moved, because they're waiting for the red light, there's no way you could see it. So, to me, it's very, very clear that there is no legal reason why they should be able to fine me, because I haven't seen a sign. The signs are not there to see in the right place because of the amount of traffic. So they're not right for the situation on that road. And if they're not right for the situation on that road, they're not properly signed. And if they're not properly signed, how can it be my fault? I had done that turn many, many, many times over many years before. So I think to suddenly say it's not right now is they have a duty of care, not just to make the long-term signage as clear as possible, but when they change the rules, and I don't know how long ago they did it, but when they change the rules, they should have a big, big sign temporarily for a year or however long the time frame is that people agree is correct in society, saying, watch out, you're going to get fined a huge amount of money because we've changed the rules. So if you want to change the rules, you have to play the game. Okay, thank you for listening.